these momentum shifts when you're chasing, trying to get between 10 points, and then you kind of fall back again. So does that game plan alter at all when you're trying to get back within that 10 points? It kind of repeats over again.
Well, we didn't execute our game plan in the beginning because that's when we weren't supposed to play as soft as we did and have no toughness on defence, and we didn't make them feel uncomfortable one bit. So second half, at least we competed a little bit. So we made a run here and there, and I was proud of that. But I mean, we've got to be, this is a great team. Don't underestimate that. But we got to be learners out on the floor too. Like Satu has 7 threes. We know that Semi's a shooter. We've got to get locked in. We've got to be mentally engaged, and that starts with me. I've just got to find a way to get more effort from these players.
Looking at the rebounds and the turnovers, looking at the stats sheet, they were near identical. Were those margins the difference makers, or was it more so the ball's not going in this time?
No, we shot 51%. It wasn't an offensive game. We made 91, but we gave up 106. We gave up 61 at halftime. I've never been in a part of a game ever to have that. But we had no fight. I think we went away from what our strength is. Our strength is we're doing things together. And, so it's disappointing. So we've got to, and I'm not making, I don't care who's not with us. I don't care. Okay, they're not going to save us here. What we got is, this is it. We've got to find a way to dig deeper. So I just think we just got to play tougher. And if you don't bring effort, you're going to get exploited. And this is a really good team that can shoot the crap out of it.
Coach, there are a lot of open threes for the Mercury. Just why do you think that was able to happen for them?
I don't know. I wish I did know. It's not what the game plan was. Lack of communication, if anything. Lack of toughness, and then not communicating, and then two people running to the ball and, wide open. So, I think we're all disappointed. I'm not speaking, out of line here. These players are disappointed, and the only way we can go forward is what we do now moving forward. We can't change this result, but we got to be better if we want to, be one of the best teams.
And then on a positive note, Natasha's been very good for you guys this year and was good again tonight. Just what has she brought that's been so good for you guys?
Well, and she is tough. I give her that much. So it was good for her to, get aggressive and see the ball go through the hole. I think that's important for us. She brings so much. She's always going to compete. I know it hasn't been going in lately, but look, she's a dog, and we need more of those.
And for the players, just, it did seem kind of like in the first half, especially just, it took a while for you all to get into things today. Just where did the, kind of lack of effort come from, I guess?
I think that's something that we have to figure out in our locker room is how to start games better. We put ourselves in a little bit of a hole there, and then we had fight in the second half, but when you dig yourself that big of a hole, it's hard to come back against a good team like this. But that's just us as effort. We got to come out and be ready to play defense. We say often we have a lot of weapons on the offensive end all throughout our roster, but if we don't get stops, that offense doesn't mean anything. So for us, we're just going to reset. We got another game coming up, one more before this, before we go home in Atlanta, and I think it would be great if we could go 2-4 on the road. I think that would kind of set a precedent going home, and then it's back to protecting home court for the month of July.
We'll turn it over to Zoom with Jeff.
Hello all, thank you for taking the time. Sorry it didn't go your way tonight. My question will be for Coach. You touched on it before in your opening statement. In your eyes, how do these struggles go beyond the losses of Leonie Fevish and John Paul Jones?
We still, like I said, a lot of teams have lost Eurobasket players too. Competing is just something that's within, and it's are you willing to do it or not? But look, it's early days, so I'm not going to totally panic. I'm disappointed in the way that we played. They were a way better team than us tonight, and so it's more how we're going to respond. And I kept saying, we're missing two important players, but it shouldn't. Still, we can play harder than what we did tonight.
Appreciate your time and insights. Safe travels.
Jackie?
Brian, did you say?
Yes, Jackie.
Next? Okay, all right. I'm just gonna. Hi all. Tasha, I want to start with you. This team really hasn't been blown out at all this season. So I guess just how does it feel right now? And what would you say makes you the most frustrated about how tonight went?
I don't really know how to answer your question. A loss sucks regardless of how you lose, but I think coach has harped on it enough about the disappointment in our effort. That's just what it is. It comes down to effort. It doesn't matter schemes. It doesn't matter X's and O's, but if we're not coming every single night with the mindset of we're going to attack first and punch first and be a championship team, then it's going to be a long night. So I'm not really sure how to answer your question other than just the disappointment of our effort.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And Sandy, for you, I just wanted to check in on Sabrina and how she was doing later in the game. It seemed like, she was lacking aggression and didn't get touches. I'm just curious how she's feeling and what you think is leading to, I guess, some more hesitancy.
Yeah, I thought she got a lot of touches in the second half. We went to her one after the other. I don't think in the beginning they're blowing it up. They're being physical and they're getting through screens. So it's been really hard for Saab to get her open. So Saab, and they're going at her on defensively. And now she's not 100%, but she's still good to go. If she says she's good to go, she's good to go. So she'll be okay. Sabrina, she is tough. And she didn't show it today, but she is tough. All these players are tough. They just got to respond in the right way.
Thank you.
We'll go to Miles.
Hi, all. Tosh, I've got one for you. Especially in that first half, you guys were constantly taking the ball out of the net, but at the start of the third, you started to get downhill in consistency. Nyara forced multiple turnovers with aggressive hedges. While Phoenix was just shooting the cover off the ball all night, what can you take away from that stretch, those first 5-6 minutes of the third quarter, to build on going forward?
I think it's more of a testament that we can't keep starting games slow because we have it in us. If we can give it in spurts, then we can give it for a totality of a game, and that's just where we got to get to.
Thank you. And Nyara, I've got one for you too. Career high for you in points, and you've gotten the opportunity this season to start some games, and you've been very aggressive in first halves, but haven't had that carry through the game. What was the difference for you tonight to kind of keep that tenacity and keep going at it? Because 16 points for you tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was just kind of the positions I was in on also in the second half, and I mean, Sandy told me all day to just get down and post up and be aggressive. So just kind of that mindset.
We'll finish with Lucas.
Yeah, hey, I just got one for Nyara. You obviously play a variety of coverages, but just no matter what, I guess, what is the thing you have to do to enforce that toughness that, Sandy's talking about and make sure kind of you're bringing the right effort, energy, whatever, defensively? I guess the key for you in that sense.
I mean, just playing harder. That's really what it is. I don't think there's like a magical thing to do. It's just being aggressive on the court and just putting in the effort. And it's not just one player. It has to be all 5 players on the court that are connected, especially on defense. It really is, half of it really is effort. So just kind of focusing on that and setting that as a goal is really important.